Have you ever found yourself having to constantly put out fires all day long, drowning in work that you need to get done? You hand a task over to your team member hoping to free up your time, but they constantly end up coming back to you with questions. And you get frustrated, so you just end up doing it yourself because you know you'll get it done faster and it will get done the right way the first time. If you're like many small business owners I talk to, time and time again, they're struggling with this topic, and it's how do I delegate? How can I confidently delegate tasks and projects, knowing they'll be completed exactly the way I want, without having to constantly micromanage my team or employees? Because who likes to micromanage? If any of that sounds familiar to you, you're in the right place, and this video is for you. Today, I will share the 4 types of delegation strategies that I'm using with my business owner clients right now that have helped them delegate way more effectively. It ended up empowering their team to excel better and free up your time to do higher level tasks in your business. After the video, you can immediately start using these in your business today. And at the end of the video, I will share a free guide for you to download without providing an email that you can use to help create standard operating procedures in your business so you can delegate more effectively. Now, I'm not a delegation expert. I make these videos to share what's been working for me and my clients, and I hope it helps you too in your business. And if you don't know who I am, I'm Tom Poltersdorf, founder of Beyond Your Exit, and we help business owners increase net cash flow, decrease their taxes, and reach financial freedom by building valuable businesses for an eventual sale. Okay, so the first degree of delegation is called follow my lead. This is where you trust a team member to follow your specific instructions in completing a task. So let's say you want someone to enter a new contact, prospect, or client into your CRM system. You explain to your employee or team member, here is my step-by-step process to entering a new contact into the CRM. Please go enter 10 new contacts. Now, this sounds so simple, but there are key steps that need to be in place to avoid having your team member come back to you with a ton of questions and you end up doing it yourself. So what I've found works best is actually having the process to enter a new contact into your CRM system spelled out and documented either in written form in a document or in a video form for that team member to watch and follow. This is called a standard operating procedure, or SOP. Now, here's why these are so important. Because like myself, and I'm sure you're the same way, there is a specific way we want things done. And in the follow my lead step, we're simply saying, here, do this, and here's exactly how I want you to do it. There is literally no need for them to think outside of the box or think critically about the task. It's just follow the process that I've created for you. So this would be for simple common tasks where you're very clear on what you want done and how you want someone to do it. And what happens is this ends up being great for new hires or junior team members to start testing out their ability to follow simple directions. The next degree of delegation is research and report. And this involves giving your team member a broader scope of responsibility to research the range of options for completing a certain task. You don't have the solution in your mind, and you'd like your team member to do some thinking and come back to you with options. So let's say you ask a team member to do some research into flight options for traveling to a couple cities because maybe you have several conferences or trade shows taking place throughout the country, and you usually attend those every year. Well, in this case, you're hoping he or she comes back with 3 or 4 intelligent options for you to consider. With this, you're now asking them to do their own analysis and bring you ideas to consider, with the important caveat that the final decision on which direction you actually take remains with you. Now, the third degree of delegation is do it and report it. Now we're giving our team member decision-making authority, trusting they make good decisions, but we are still kept in the loop to coach them through it if you start to question their decision-making ability. For example, let's say you start to delegate the process of collecting receivables to someone on your team, while keeping you in the loop on their progress. Now it helps to have a standard operating procedure documented on how you want this done in your business, but now your team member is also dealing with customer relationships and ensuring cash flow comes in, which requires more skills like clear communication and building relationships with your customers. So you'll notice the higher the degree of delegation, the more autonomy and more independence you end up giving to your team member to complete higher risk and more important tasks. Now, the fourth and last degree of delegation is Just do it. This is when someone has earned your trust. They've proven they can follow instructions. They have common sense. They follow through. They take accountability. This is when a team member can completely remove something from your plate. And this becomes even more valuable when you can delegate a task on something that you know very little about and would be better off handled by someone else in your business who is more knowledgeable in that space. This is how you get your time back to focus on higher level tasks that are more strategic for your business. Now, it will take time to get to this point because mistakes will be made. So here's some of the mistakes that we've made and that my business owner clients have run into along this journey. The first one being not having the right people in the right seats to delegate to. If you have an employee that does not go the extra mile, they're lazy, they take shortcuts, they'll never make it to the point where you can fully trust them and do a task without you being involved. Because of this, there will be a lot of hiring and firing because, as my one business owner client put it, they were trying to hire a sales manager. And they said this person was excellent and had all the qualities to fill the position in the interview. But once we hired them, they were a completely different person. And within 2 weeks, they were gone. So without having the right person in the right role, none of these delegation methods will work. We must have the right people on the bus. The second mistake we made was not having standard operating procedures built out for the specific processes we wanted to delegate. And what happened was we would explain a task to someone right off the top of our head because we've done it 1,000 times, right? It's like second nature sometimes. And we forget that it's not easy for someone new to do it. So because there was no specifics documenting exactly what we wanted done, there was no set clear expectations, there is a high chance it will not get done to our liking. And we blame the team member, and we're constantly disappointed in the people falling short. So what we did was take a hard look in the mirror, and we did 3 things. Be very clear on what we wanted team members to do. Have the instructions and SOPs crystal clear on how to do it. And we set expectations if they should check in with us or not before making a decision on a course of action. And if they needed to check in, there was a set timeline of when. So in summary, the 4 degrees of delegation, they're a sliding scale from getting a team member to do basic tasks and follow your exact instruction all the way to the point of giving them higher level tasks and they just get it done. Just don't forget, a critical part to this is finding the right people and having SOPs built out for your business. In talking with other business owners, SOPs can take time. They're very time consuming and many don't know where to start or how to do it. So I've included a link in the description below where you can click without providing an email and you'll immediately receive a free PDF guide that's a roadmap to everything you need to know about SOPs, why to create them, what to document, and how to create the SOP itself. Again, no email is needed to get it. I hope this video was valuable. Please subscribe below and I will catch you in the next video.